Hello boys, look, I'm tidying up. That's all for sale. Tidy. Kind of not tidy. Anyway, so we're in the middle of or the start of a recession, right? So I'm thinking, are people interested in what I'm doing to save money and to save money to spend on things that I want to spend on, like car bits. Getting a little bit of protein. Jesus, something's not right with that. Probably gonna leave that alone. So, car's got a puncture, not the RS, the daily. Recently put new tyres on it for like 450 quid, and I'm thinking, are people interested in seeing the ways that I try to save money? Because I'm not going to go and pay someone to take the tyre off, rebalance it and all that shit. So in this video, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to basically fix my puncture for £1.50-ish. I think it's about £1.50. If you're interested in seeing more of this stuff, let me know in the comments. If not, just tell me to shut up and I won't bother. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what to do. First tool for the job, washing up liquid and a pump. Now I've got one of them cigarette lighter pumps, but the tyre is flat as a pancake, 0 psi. So what I'm going to do is put some of this on it. So for washing up liquid, see how viscous it is? It has to, if there's going to be a bubble pass through that, because also it's a detergent as well, so it wants to bubble, any air passing through that, I'm going to show you that real quickly. So I'm going to dab a bit of that on the tyre, give it some heave ho on that, and hopefully it's going to instantly show us, even though I know where the hole is because it was a fucking big off screw, or a big fuck off screw. But if you don't know, you can whack that on, even if you put it around the rim. If you've got like a cracked rim or that you don't know, whack that on there, that's going to bubble, and then you know where you're leaking from. So I'll show you. Let's do it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Matt, shut up, you mug. How can you fix a tyre for £1.50? Well, let me show you. So I got this kit from eBay for a grand total of £7.50. What does it come with? It comes with this spatula type thing, the drill dough, 5 of these puncture fixers, and some glue. It hasn't got any like text on it or nothing, but I'm pretty sure you don't want to breathe this, get this on your skin or anything. It looks toxic, which probably means it'll be good to see. Look, keep away from children. I'm children. It's going to keep away from me. So the plan is put some air in this tyre. I already know where the puncture is, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to put some free washing up liquid in it, bang some air in it, and then just go through the process and see if it works. So the kit's £7.50 and got 5 punctures in it. So divide £7.50 by 5, plus you get the tools. It's about £1.50, right? Nice. So, and then, you know, it's money saving, so you get a puncture in the future. This tyre's done 100 miles, so maybe a few more. But I'm not going to be getting a new tyre, and I'm not going to be paying someone to do it, so unless I fuck it up. So let's have a go. Let's try this. Number 1. Get it in there. Right, so I know the hole's there, but if you didn't know, take the wheel off, put all of this with some water in a bucket, pump the tyre up and keep turning the tyre until you see the air. So now, I'm going to do the old hand pump. Let's get some air in it. Well, I can hear it straight away. See there, but look, you see, it's blown out. And this is an actual, bloody hell. Okay, it's pretty bad. So, as you can see, that's a horrendous hole. It was like some really coarse screw which held pressure and then it pinged out and then it dropped all the air out. Luckily it's a run flat, which is another reason it's a lot of money. But if you're less lucky or more lucky and the hole's smaller, it's hard to see, do what I said, put it in a tub of water with some feed washing up liquid and you will see it. So now I need to dry that off, but as you can see it bubbled and all that, so it shows you where it is. That does actually look like a bum hole though. So I'm going to dry it off, make sure it's all cushy, ream it to that, and then yeah, we'll follow these badly translated instructions. As everyone knows by now, brake cleaner is the elixir of life. It's cheap as chips. It cleans your hands, it cleans everything, it cleans your brakes, and I'm pretty sure loads of you are going to be screaming at me, but it's going to clean this off. And if there's any like weird solvents or bits and pieces on your tyre that you shouldn't have, that's going to clean them out. And obviously that's detergent, right, so that should be bubbling like fuck if that was water. But I don't know what it is. I'd love to know what it is. I should just read the instructions, but kind of I like the surprise and suspense at the moment, so I'm just going to keep using it in complete ignorance. But what you want to do is you want to clean this up, so you don't want any contaminants in there. Now I've got a look at that hole, Jesus tonight. So I've got to clean this up proper. So I'm going to put this camera down, just film that. Oh my word. See, it evaporates. I don't know what it is. It's great though. Just destroys oils, all this stuff. So, as these instructions say, the next thing to do is use the reamer. Oh, bloody hell. That sounds aggressive. Good Lord. Fuck my life. So what you're doing is you're reaming the hole out to that thickness. So the plan is then you can use this tool with one of these pushed in, and that size matches that gauge of hole plugger with some glue. Obviously, I guess if you've got a bigger hole you might need a different kit. As you can see, I've just gone over and over that hole there, so now it's like a proper bummer, isn't it? Or maybe like a Pokemon ball. Anyway, you don't want it in your tyre. So oh shit, we crack on. Next step is we've done I think. So it says if needed use soapy water, yeah, we did that. Insert serrated tool, yeah, done that. Coat the needle with rubber cement and slide it in and out the hole until thoroughly coated. I love when these things talk dirty. Right, okay. Right, so it's time to use rubber solution. Get right in there, but I'm going to just try and clean that up a little bit more because that's still looking a bit shitty. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's clean enough now. You don't want any residue in it. You want this glue to do its proper job. So I think it's saying use this one. So that's actually going to hold the rubber in and allow you to push it in, and you see there's a gap there, so it'll leave it in when you pull it out. I was going to make a pull out joke then, but I'm not going to. So I guess you've got to push this in. Let's have a look, what's it telling us? B, yeah, B. Coat the living life out of it. Right. Always turn them around. Got your little piercer there. Pop goes the weasel. Right. tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on the reamer, because the reamer is the actual size you want. So just cover the shit out of it. You could do this at the top of the wheel, which would probably make sense. So it drops down into it, but I then can't access the wheel if I do that. So that's that. That's covered, I guess. I'm going to see if I can do it with this now. Yeah, okay. So the reamer was good. This is going to be good too. Just put shitloads on. Oh, I thought I just made another hole then. Right, so that should have shitloads of glue in it, right? Shitloads of glue. And then next step is to use this tool again with one of these, which is going to be, just done B, I'm going to do C. So you put it halfway through, and they say you've got to put it in the hole, or whack it in, so it's 2/3 of the way in the situation, and you've got to pull it out super duper quick. So that's what we're going to do. Wowee. It's like a weird rubber. It looks like a tree trunk, like a tree branch or something. It's kind of sticky, but it's also quite hard. God. Right. So you've got to put it in there. Let me clean it up a little bit. I'm just going to push that in. I've never done this before, by the way. So obviously I'm looking like an absolute amateur right now, because I am. Oh my god, I've got glue all over my hands. What I said I didn't want to do. Oh, now the GoPro, wicked. Okay, I'll tug that through there. Oh, fucking hell. It's tough. Right, about halfway through. Like that. Again, it doesn't say to. It says insert the needle and plug material into the hole until it's about 2/3 of the way in. Rapidly pull the needle straight out, leaving it 2/3 of the way in. So basically you're going to put that, this part, you're going to push it in, so it goes like that, into the hole, and then we're going to rip it out real quick. That pinch point there, it's going to cause resistance, because that's going to get stuck in the hole. So obviously you've got to bang all of that in the hole, and it's going to leave through that gap. So I'll tell you what I'm going to also do. I'm going to put some more of this shit on this, just to help it slide in, and also because I think more glue is better than less glue. I'm going to whack this in. Looking all right. That's right there. Well, boys, that is tougher than I thought it was going to be. Dip and rip. Where are we? Yeah, give some of that. Some of that. Oh yeah, boy! And let's plug the hole. She's not leaking. So I'm going to leave that now, and then cut off the excess in a bit.
20 minutes later.
I made it work. So that's what it looks like when you've tugged it out. You've basically got a rope that's folded in half, stuck in the tyre with glue, and then that stuff melts in, it all sort of amalgamates and becomes one. So now get yourself a brand new Stanley blade and cut it off. Cut it off flush. This is the plan. So I'm just going to cut it off. Of course it's going to wear down when you drive it anyway. But God, that's fucking hard. Don't worry, it's it ain't my first rodeo. Oh. Right, so that is kind of flush. but that will wear down. Right, let's pump it up and see what she does. So as you can see, got my little pumper, and it is now cut off flush. Now, it does look a little bit bulgy, but it is properly stuck. So we'll just see what happens. So I'm going to, I think the glue's dry now. It should all have like amalgamated together. So I think what happens is the rope goes through the hole, and the fold in it becomes like bulbous on the other side, creates a plug. I think normally you'd take the tyre off and plug it so it comes inside out sort of thing. So I'm going to use the old Halford's machine, which I've had for years and years and years, and it's never let me down. So actually it's got me out of quite a few little shit situations. I'd definitely recommend one in a road car, in like a daily, because you never know. So what I'm going to do is just pump this up, and I'm going to overpressure it just to see, to make sure. So it's actually held 4.5 psi, which yesterday it was totally flat, 0. So I'm going to just pump this up, overpressurize it to make sure that holds, drop it back down to where it needs to be, which I think is 2.2 bar, 2.3 bar, and then go for a drive. Just make sure that rubber wears off. So, you know, I've tried to cut it flat, but as the tyre wears, if that stays in there and it forms a proper plug, yeah, that should be pretty good. I'm stoked. Listen to this noise. Oh, I thought that was leaking. Seems like it was leaking. This is really struggling to get up to pressure. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to put the camera down a second. 2 point. After me giving it the big one about having this pump for 15 years and it being the best pump in the world ever, I think it's just shit as pants. Can't write this shit. Anyway, for the cost it is, I'm going to just buy a new one. But I don't think the tyre's leaking. I actually think the pump, I can feel a breeze coming out the bottom of the pump. So I think after all this time, my pump's just shit its pants. It's an emotional moment. God, I love this pump. All right, peace out. Just gonna go for a drive, see if that holds. I'll report back. But if it does, that's a tyre fix for £1.50. Doesn't look too great, does it? But over time, that should rub off and sort of dumb itself down. But I put 2.2 bar in it, and the car will tell me what's happening. We'll see. Could be a really cheap fix. Oh no, I think that valve's leaking. Fuck's sake, I've got to sort my, I'll get my shit together. Anyway, see you in a bit.